tell me about the throw, the play, and how it all shook out.
No, that was a play I'll always remember. That was especially being my last week here. I was Ryan. That's something I always remember. But no, we kind of mess around before and after practice, throw some long balls or do whatever. But that one, I just kind of had trust in Dererk. He was going to go up and get it and try to dunk it or whatever. But and my goal was just to throw it to the corner of the board, and that's what I did. And he went out and got it, and that was play.
Were you able to see the layup? Did you see the play?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
No, I mean live.
Oh, yeah, that was probably the best view I've ever gotten, that layup. So, and after he made it, my goal was just to find him and give him the biggest hug I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah.
So when you factor in the finish, the fact that after Sunday you guys aren't playing in Welsh, Ryan, I know you're leaving, but the team won't be playing here for a while.
Yeah.
And the program set a new single season, regular season win record. How did it feel in that locker room?
It's a big night. No, it was. I was still kind of settling in. Really surreal, and it's just kind of fitting, just going out like this. So with this team and with these guys, it's incredible. And like I said, it's still settling in, but I really couldn't think of a better way to kind of go out.
Coach said he was worried when you threw the ball that you might have thrown it too far. It would have gone out of bounds. Michigan would have gotten the ball back under your hoop. Did you have any nerves when you let it go that you might have overcooked it a little bit?
My ego wants to say no, but I'm going to say I was worried for a second, but once I saw Dererk turn and kind of slip that screen, he saw the ball in the air, and I kind of knew that it was in. So, and I let it go, but I thought it was going to be a little bit long, but Dererk can get up, so, yeah.
Tab, what was your experience after the ball went in? Did you make it into the dog pile, and what were those next couple minutes like?
I will take blame for this. I was actually the guy that took Dererk down, so. Yeah, no. I gave Dererk the biggest hug, and I just felt a big rush behind us, and I was just like, you know what, why not? So we were down there for a couple minutes before we were kind of get off, and we're getting crushed, but no.
For you throwing that ball in, when did you know that it was going to be you feeding the ball in? And then when Michigan took the timeout, what's going through your mind? What changed? Did anything change, or was it just, were you listening to Coach? Were you just in the moment? What happened in your mind?
So actually a couple things changed. So the first time we went out there, I was kind of getting remarks like, hey, don't be afraid to use a timeout. Hey, don't be afraid to throw it if it's open. Don't throw it long. Don't throw it out of bounds. It's going to be under their basket. Make sure someone touches it. So the first time we went out, they had DJ Wilson on the ball, and that was kind of like, hey, make sure it's there, and make sure you have enough room, make sure you have enough space behind the ball. And then they called a timeout, and then they put Donnell on me, and kind of had a better confidence about that. But they're both the same height, and they both can get up. So that was one thing that changed. The other thing that changed is we redrew the play and kind of had a set feeling on that one. We all knew what to do. We all knew what we were going for, and just executed it perfectly. So, yeah.
Two questions.
Yeah.
Do you think about that Notre Dame game where the inbound didn't go well? Did that, has that been sticking with you in the season, and you wanted to flip it, or?
That goes through my mind just about every day. So, but that goes through my mind, and I don't know if you guys remember when we lost to Michigan last year in the Big Ten tournament. I went under a screen, and Duncan Robinson hit a three, and that's how we lost the game. And then we got a second look at it, and I missed it short. So that will always resonate with me. So will this, and so will the Notre Dame game. But this one will definitely top those two.
And Chris had said that he took a new approach with you guys after the Indiana game. He said, we have pressure, don't try to escape it, face it. Tell us kind of what he said and if that helped you guys.
Yeah, he kind of set the tone during practice, and what's done is done. You can't. I got a couple texts during the week and just said, you can't time travel. You can't go back in the past. So why would you dwell on that? And coach really emphasized that as well. But he really put the Indiana game in the rearview mirror, and that's what we have to do with this game as well. And I think that this is awesome for our program. This is awesome for us, and this one is great. But you know what? We got Purdue, the league champs, coming in here Sunday. So I think we're going to take the same approach, using this momentum to take us into that.
Who sent those time travel texts?
One was my dad. One was my cousin. One was a former player. One was a coach. I mean, I've got a couple of them, but yeah.
Everybody's been working.
Yeah. Yep.
Nate, you've been here now. This is your 4th year, and you've been through, with Collins, you've been through some ups, some downs. What does it mean for your second to last game here, the second to last game here overall, to have you involved in that final play, and then to have the fans there? How does that kind of show you the growth of a program over your 4 years here?
It's incredible, and I give credit to all the people who have really shown support throughout those 4 years, and I can't thank them enough. And I'm sure that Sanj will say the same thing. But yeah, this place has really grown, and it's shown just through the people that have been here. This 4 years has been not the easiest, and I knew when coming in it wasn't going to be the easiest. But you know what? Taking a chance and really just grinding it out and really get to this point is one of the greatest feelings you could get.
Anything else? Thanks, Nathan.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
I don't know. I just felt I played better tonight, and well, to be honest, this is the game that I committed here for. This is when I committed, and everybody said, "Why are you choosing Northwestern? They have no culture. There's nothing. There's no basketball presence there." And to play in a game like this, that I don't think any Northwestern team has really played in a game so big as this, that really meant everything. I mean, how can you not be excited to play in this game?
Vic, what was your view of the final play?
How was I looking at it? Yeah, how did you see it? My job was to just be a safety valve and kind of just get open. But I don't know, man. I kind of knew it was going to be there. We work on that play all the time. And as soon as Dererk caught it, I was already jumping, doing cartwheels, waiting on him at half court. And when that ball went in, whether there was time on the clock or not, I ran and tackled Dererk.
And you've struggled a little bit over the past month or so with your shot. How important was it to get those first couple of shots down, first 3 shots actually, go in, and then also down the stretch guarding Walton? You guys are just going back and forth. What are those stretch moments like in your head?
Yeah, I think coming out, especially this game, was really important for me to go to the basket early. I think in other games I had been taking tougher pull-up jump shots, which I can make, but tougher jump shots that were most of them were off balance, and it's hard to get in a rhythm when you start a game and you go 0 for 3, starting it off. And I think this game, it was really important for me to attack the basket, get something going early. And, Derek Walton was really, putting pressure on us. Even though we were switching, all of his moves, it felt like he was going to make every shot. He made that 4-point play on me. He had that step-back 3 on Bryant. He did everything he could to keep his team in it. So, I thank him for that lane violation, but everything else was pretty tough to guard him.
Vic, Coach was talking about how he kind of changed his approach after the Indiana game, said that you guys need to kind of feel the pressure. Were you guys playing any different tonight after he said that?
Well, like I said, man, I think this is why we all came here. This is I consider the biggest game of our season. Michigan was playing, I think, just as good, if not better than anybody else in the conference, right there with Minnesota. They had just beat Purdue, which is the, conference champions. And I think, we knew coming in that if we wanted to be different, then this was the game that we needed to take. We needed to really put our foot in the door, and, this is the game we had to stop the bleeding on. We weren't going to, back away. And it's just fitting that it's Michigan. I don't know if anybody else has said this, but, last year when I was sitting out in the Big Ten tournament, I think it was March 7th, I have that date written on my wall. Michigan, we played them. And now it's also a game where we're going to make the NIT if we beat Michigan. And Michigan was the same. Are they going to make the NCAA tournament if they beat us? and we outplayed Michigan the whole game. And Duncan Robinson makes a three to, tie it in overtime. Then we don't get a basket. And Zach Irvin makes a pull-up jump shot to beat us at the buzzer. So I think it's just fitting that, coming off a loss like Indiana, that we play Michigan and we win. And I think the best moment ever in Welsh Ryan Arena.
Vic, going back to that for a moment, you guys only took, I think, 5 threes in the first half, and a couple of those were at the very end. You took one. Was that sort of the mind-tech, just attack the hoop tonight?
No, but I think, when we've been struggling, I think over the past month, we've been shooting like 23% from three or whatever. I just think we all knew, like, if we really want to get our offense going, we need to attack the rim. We need to throw it into Dererk, who, is so valuable on offense but never really touches it. I think we had to make it an emphasis to get him the ball, to just really attack the rim and put pressure on their defense because they are so good offensively. So you have to, try and make them work on the defensive end too.
Vic, do you think this can lead you guys to be more relaxed? I mean, and if you're more relaxed, do you play better? Or do you still need that edge as if you need to win Sunday?
Nah, man, I just want to play. I want to play just like we played tonight. Like, like we have to win it. Like, there's no other option but winning. And, Purdue beat us, and I think they're the only team that beat us by like 30 this year. So, I'm excited to play on Sunday. That's all I'll say about it.
Crowd seemed like it was super hyped tonight. How have you sort of seen the fan support here evolve over your time since you enrolled?
Oh, definitely. I think, this game has been sold out for, I think, like a month now. So I think, obviously the Evanston, the student body, everybody around Northwestern has really been, great supporting us. And I think, my freshman year, we were kind of struggling. And, the fan section wasn't all there. But, every game this year, every time I play at home, I really feel like everyone's behind us. And we just have a great home court advantage. I love playing at home. And, I don't care if we're at Michigan State or if we're at Indiana. I think, our fans and the noise we create in here rivals anybody.
Well, when Coach James drew up the play, he told me to set a double screen for Bryant and Scott, and he said go long. In so many words, he said go long and score the ball. So when I saw the ball come out of Nate's hands, I thought it was long. I thought it was going out of bounds at first. But then as I caught it, I'm like, the rim is right there. So I just turned around and shot the layup.
And you guys had it or not practiced that?
We have never practiced that.
Never practiced.
Well, at least not for me.
Yeah.
Grew up playing football. Was that a natural reaction just to go up and grab it out of the air like that?
Yeah, I guess I have great hands.
Have you ever had another moment in sports like that one?
Not even close. Not even close. This was just amazing for us in this program.
As soon as that ball went in, did you know that it was good time-wise? And then what happened after that? Taphorn said he came and, wrestled you down, but what else happened?
Well, when I shot the ball and I heard the buzzer go off, I don't know what I was doing. I just ran, and then all of a sudden I felt Scott grab me, and all of a sudden I was on the ground. And after that, it's just a blur.
What does this do for your team as a whole now?
This is a great momentum boost coming into Sunday. We have the league champs coming in here. We can just we got the monkey off our back. We can just play free, and just play the basketball that we played the whole year.
Vic had struggled shooting recently, but really, got back on track tonight. How important was that? And then did he have any different mentality in the days leading up to this? Were you guys telling him anything different or even anything at all?
Well, this was great for Vic. We knew he's been struggling lately, so we just told him to stay confident, and we believed in him. Everybody on this team believed he's a great player. And once we said that, he just knew what he had to do, and he executed.